Good morning. I am at the Alamo Drafthouse Ritz downtown location with my buddy Greg McLennan.
How do you do?
Good to see you, Greg. And lucky for us, the Alamo Drafthouse has some great programming all month. So Greg, one of the programmers here, is going to give us the inside scoop on that programming and kind of a really cool celebratory list that help them bring that programming to life. Greg, tell us about it.
That's the Alamo 100 that we're doing all through January. Whenever we were coming up with this list, we were looking at all the lists from like AFI and like IMDb's top movies, and we're like, man, none of those movies are anybody's actually favorite movies. It's just everybody going like, this is the best movie I've ever seen, and they're like, that's Citizen Kane. And then whenever we each decided to make our own list of our favorite movies, like movies that we just want to go back and watch. Like if you were going to a desert island and you had a DVD player, a TV, and a VCR, like what would you bring with you?
What would you want to see?
And then we go, these movies. And so each one of the programmers at the Drafthouse, and there was 6 of us, including Tim League, put together our list of our 100 favorite movies, and then we weighed those all together in order to find out what the definitive Alamo Drafthouse favorite 100 movies were.
Wow.
And so after we got those 600 movies and got it down to a list of 100 off of what we had in common taste or based off of where things were on the list, then we came up with this list of Alamo 100 that we released.
I've got to say, that must have been, I'd love to be a fly on the wall in that room. All those cinema fans trying to narrow down a list like that.
Well, that was the thing. Like we all did it completely independently, and then we sat in a room because we didn't want anybody to see anybody else's list to go like, oh, I'm going to put that on there too, in order to like unfairly weight it.
Well played.
And so whenever we came into the room of the 6 programmers and the 600 lists, we had 548 unique titles.
Wow.
So then it was very difficult to get it to the Alamo 100, but we used very, very intense mathematical skills. Our math magician, Mike Sherrill, who works at our company, narrowed it down to our list of 100, and then we looked at it and we're like, that is a weird list of very fun movies. So this January at the Drafthouse, we're showing exclusively just our favorite movies.
That is so cool. So weird, and you liked it, obviously.
I do.
Because 100 made it.
One that I'm probably most excited about is we're showing Brazil this month, which is definitively now my favorite movie of all time, because I had to put it as I had to put something at number 1.
You now have a favorite.
And so I'm really, really excited because I've never gotten to see that movie on 35 millimeter. So we're going to get to watch it on this screen this month.
This screen right here, where we're going rogue in the theater right now. I feel like we're breaking all the rules sitting up here, but
no rules. We're here with me. It's okay.
Okay, no rules. All right, great. So what are some other films?
We're showing 16 Candles this month. We're showing Charlie Chaplin's City Lights, which if you've never seen it, I can guarantee you will laugh and you will cry.
All good things.
We're showing Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
So cool. And so it sounds like when you come, you also get some special perks, like maybe a little commemorative button per se.
Yeah, so we wanted to do something funny, and so we're showing the Alamo 100 exclusively for January, but then throughout the rest of the year, or next year as well, we're going to try and show as many of them as we can, just whenever we can, whenever it suits it. And then, yeah, whenever you come, we made these little cute commemorative buttons for everybody to collect, so you can come to as many of those as you can, and you can be like, I gotta collect these all, because then you can have these badges of honor that you're like, I got an Alamo 100 button.
These badges of honor that Greg just so kindly gifted me. I'm gonna wear these.
You have to earn those. Like I gave those to you with the expectation that you're coming back to the movie.
You're saying I have to earn all of these?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, I will. And then one last question for you. It obviously is award season, and people have been talking about movies a lot. Do you have, just out of curiosity, a current favorite movie of recent releases?
My favorite movie that's currently released is probably Her. It was my number 1 movie of 2013. It was just one of those movies that just like snuck its way into your heart, and you were like, wow, I did not expect to feel so much while watching a movie about a guy who falls in love with an operating system. But then you watch it and it's just like a really beautiful romantic movie.
Super cool. And that's playing at Drafthouse locations right now, right?
Yeah, it's actually playing at the Ritz right now.
Super awesome. All right, so many reasons to get over to the Alamo Ritz or all of the Alamo Drafthouse locations. Greg, thanks for chatting with us.
Thanks for having me.